Your eyes are beautiful, I told the alien commander, not realizing it was a cultural taboo. Mara Vance gripped Commander Soren Keth's scaled forearm in the receiving line. You have striking eyes, she said, smiling wide. Human sincerity demanded it. His irises swirled like liquid silver under the dome lights. Soren's mandibles clicked shut. Crash! He barked. Rifle snapped up. 10 alien soldiers locked plasma sights on Mara's face. Blue targeting dots danced across her cheeks. Mara froze. The air hummed with charging capacitors. Captain Juno Park shoved between her and the muzzles. Hands up, Ambassador. Palms out now. Mara raised empty hands. Her heart hammered. Juno's broad shoulders blocked the nearest rifle. He kept his own sidearm holstered, stance wide. Advisor Vera Nall glided forward from the protocol dais. Her robes whispered over the polished floor. That phrase claims coercive dominance, she declared in crisp translator speak. Human Vance asserts visual sovereignty over Commander Soren. Confine her immediately. Soren's eyes narrowed to slits. His soldiers held steady, claws tight on triggers. Prefect Ruleset emerged from the shadows of the honor guard. His crest flared red. The insult demands quarantine. Lock the human delegation until the royal court rules. Mara's mind raced. Taboo. Eye contact as ownership. Their culture revered gaze lines as soul bonds. She swallowed. I retract fully. No claim intended. Request a translation audit. On record. Let's verify every word now. Vera hesitated. Her tail flicked once. Precedent forbids casual audits. This breaches chain of command. Juno glanced back. Ma'am, we came for first contact, not a firefight. Play their game, but log it all. Ruleset's voice grated through the translator. The prefecture enforces. Escort them to holding. Soren raised a clawed hand. Soldiers lowered rifles a fraction. Proxy authority defers to protocol, but the claim lingers. Mara met Vera's gaze. Careful, no linger. Advisor, your expertise saved this line from worse. Joint audit? Humans provide linguistics data. Your team cross-checks. Builds the record clean. Vera's frills pulsed blue. Curiosity? Practical, but under guard. Ruleset snarled. Folly. Exploit the weakness. Cancel talks. 2 alien soldiers gripped Mara's elbows. They marched her toward the side chamber. Juno shadowed close, hand near his holster. Soren followed, his boots thudding in sync. The chamber sealed with a hiss. Hollow screens flickered to life around a central table. Vera activated the audit interface. Glyphs scrolled. Keth for Silith. Striking eyes, Mara sat. Our idiom means admiration, beauty, not control. Show me your lexicon. Vera projected side-by-side matrices. Human English glowed beside Zikari script. Silith implies binding gaze. To praise eyes alone severs the soul thread. Juno leaned in. Metrics matter. Run sims. Context probability. Soren crossed his arms. His silver eyes bored into the hollow. Human words twist like plasma flares. Prove no intent. Mara tapped the interface. She uploaded her embassy's phrase database. Cross-reference greetings from 50 cultures. Filter for visual compliments. Vera's claws danced over controls. Lines converged. 70% neutral in human norms. But Zikari threshold, coercive at 85. Ruleset burst through the door, flanked by 4 enforcers. Audit halts, prefect orders isolation. Leverage this for territorial concessions. Soren spun. Royal proxy commands here. Stand down. Ruleset's crest spiked. The incident exposes human aggression. Court rivals demand my report first. Vera stepped between them. Cooperation logs override. Continue. Mara seized the gap. Prefect. Tested live. Simulate a Zikari reception. I'll greet your squad without triggers, Ruleset laughed. A wet rasp. Bold. Fail. And confinement sticks. Juno tensed. Ambassador. Deal. Mara cut in. They cleared the table. 4 of Ruleset's enforcers lined up. Hulking crests scarred from battles. Vera coached. Neutral phrases. Honor your service. Strength in form. Mara nodded. Approached the first. Your crest gleams with battle honor. The soldier's mandibles parted. Approval click. Second. Formidable stance. No rifles. Third. Mara paused. Honest praise tugged, but audit first. Duty sharpens you. Clear. Ruleset watched. Frills flat. Last soldier. His elite. Eyes like chipped obsidian. Mara extended forearm. Eyes reflect command's fire. The soldier stiffened. Rifle twitched upward. Beira gasped. Coercive echo. Juno's hand flashed to his sidearm. Soren barked. Hold! Mara yanked back. Retract. Neutral. Command suits you. Rifle dropped. Rule set smirked. Proof.
Humans bait traps.
No, Mara said. Data shows variance. Your soldier's eyes trigger on intensity. Audit refines. Praise form, not gaze. Vera pulled metrics. 82% safe now. Adjustable. Soren grunted. Practical. Royal Court accepts refined protocols. Rule set circled. Not yet. My report frames this as ploy. Demand human fleet recall. Juno straightened. Captain's log. We fixed your taboo in 10 minutes. Measurable. Your move. Outside. Alarms whooped. Shouts echoed. Protesters. Rule set's rivals. Vera checked a wristpad. Court feed hacks. Leaks claim human sorcery binds minds. Soren's claws flexed. Sabotage. Prefect. Your internal foes? Rule set paled under scales. Impossible. Mara stood. Joint response. Hack trace. Human code with Zykari firewalls. Fast cooperation. Vera nodded. Goal. Secure feed. Conflict. Unknown intruder. Outcome. Trust proof. They clustered at the console. Juno patched embassy secures. Mara fed pattern algorithms. Soren directed soldier overrides. Vera wove cultural locks. Rule set hovered. Forced to contribute. Trace to secondary prefecture. Lines converged. Intruder pinned. Rival faction server. Soren sealed the breach. Leak dead. Log credits all. Rule set deflated. Concessions deferred. Mara wiped sweat. Protocols hold. Next line. Full exchange. Beira's frills bloomed green. Relief. Peace viable. But Soren's eyes flicked to a shadow cam. A faint red light blinked. Someone watched. Recording. Juno whispered, "Ma'am, that's not over." Mara nodded. The real fight brewed in the dark. Mara slammed her palm on the console. Lock it down. Full audit trail. Juno yanked the fiber cable. Sparks flew as the shadow cam feed died. Saurian soldiers swarmed the panel, claws clicking over controls. Vera's frills quivered orange. Alert. Ambassador, Soren growled, eyes narrowing on Mara. That light. You saw it first. Human eyes catch glitches. Mara kept her voice level. Now, trace the Watcher before Rule Set spins this. Rule Set burst through the hatch. Scales flushed crimson. I file now. Human claims eyes. Taboo violation. Motion. Classify Vance as psychological aggressor. Soldiers parted. Vera stepped forward. Tablet glowing. Prefect. Protocol demands review. Ambassador submitted voluntarily an hour ago. Mara flashed back to the confinement chamber. Steel walls hummed around her, air thick with ozone from Zykari scanners. She'd raised empty hands as Soren's squad sealed the door. I submit to confinement, but give me a live linguistics feed. Now, Soren had loomed through the viewport, mandibles tight. Feed granted. Explained the gaze. That led here. Interrogation chamber turned war room. Mara shook off the memory. Focus now. Rule Set thrust his pad forward. Court motion filed. Humans recall fleet. Or face blockade. Juno crossed her arms. Captain's log. We just plugged your leak. Your rivals did that. Measurable win. Soren flexed claws. Prefect. Your foes hack our feed? Admit it. Rule Set hissed. Lies. Human ploy. Mara leaned in. Goal. Clear my name. Conflict. Your taboo. Let's nullify it proper. Vera nodded, frills shifting yellow. Caution. She activated the hollow recorder. Repeat the oath, Ambassador. Nullify the claim. Mara straightened. Earlier, Vera had recited it line by line, voice echoing in confinement. Eyes unbound. Gaze revoked. No hold claimed. No will seized. Mara echoed now, precise. Eyes unbound. Gaze revoked. No hold claimed. No will seized. Raz tablet chimed approval. 7% nullified. Court logs it. Soren circled Mara, recorder drone hovering. Intent human. Why fix on prefect's eyes? Court demands truth. No flinch. Cultural gap. Humans praise beauty direct. Your eyes, iridescent scales, sharp focus. Caught me off guard. Honest compliment. Soren paused, mandibles twitching. Beauty. We hear ownership. Your eyes are beautiful binds the soul. Coercive claim. Hook sunk. Mara nodded. Didn't know. Won't repeat. Drone beeped. Recording sealed. Soren grunted. Plausible. But rule set pushes aggressor tag. Rule set smirked. Fleet recall first. Juno snorted. Or we walk. Your blockade starves trade routes. Alarms blared again. Distant this time. Shouts filtered through vents. Veyra checked her pad. Protests swell. Leaks claim human mind-binding sorcery. Soren's claws scraped metal. Sabotage confirmed. Prefect your rivals? Impossible. Rule set scales paled. Mara seized the gap. Joint glossary session. Now. Prevent incident 2. Veyra's frills perked green. Interest. Practical. Live linguistics feed. Cross-species terms. Soren nodded once. Accepted. Proxy for royal court. Roll set blocked the console.
No, my motion stands.
Juno stepped forward. Hand on holster. Move, prefect, or we log obstruction. Tension crackled. Mara raised a hand. Easy. Goal. Build glossary. Your words. Our words. Measurable trust. Rule set hesitated. Soldiers watched Soren. Commander waved them back. Proceed. Record all. They clustered around the console. Veyra patched the linguistics feed. Streams of Zakari glyphs versus English phonemes. Mara typed fast. Eyes. Visual organ. Praise. Positive regard. No ownership. Veyra overlaid taboos. Gaze lock. Coercion ritual. Null oath required. Soren added military slang. Claw grip. Alliance hold. Voluntary. Juno fed security protocols. Perimeter breach. Immediate response, no fault assumed. Rule set hovered. Forced in. He jabbed a term. Aggressor. Will sizer. Fleet threat. Mara countered. Diplomacy. Mutual gain. Error correction. Lines sanked. Metrics climbed. 94% overlap. Veyra's frills bloomed full green. Safe zone. Adjustable for dialects. Soren sealed the file. Royal Court ratifies. Protocols hold. Rule set deflated. Motion withdrawn. Concessions deferred. Outside, protests faded. Feeds cleared. No more sorcery claims. Mara wiped sweat. Trust proof. Next, full exchange. But Soren's eyes flicked to the sealed panel. A faint vibration hummed. Someone listened still. Juno whispered, "Ma'am, Cam's dead, but line's live." Mara nodded. Deeper game. Hours blurred into the glossary grind. Mara rubbed her temples, screen glare burning. Zakari script twisted like living binds. Beautiful. Deadly. One wrong term. Boom. Another landmine. Veyra coached. Frill color. Emotion gauge. Green relief. Red threat. Got it. Mara logged. Human smile. Positive signal. No coercion. Soren drilled military crossovers. Flank maneuver. Human pincer. A. Sync now. Juno tested. Pincer hits 89%. Your claw rush. Superior arc. Soren's mandibles clicked approval. Humans adapt fast. Rule set sulked in corner. Pad idle. Mara tossed him a bone. Prefect. Your security terms. Blockade protocols? He grunted. Input grudging. Will seize detect. Scanner sweep. Oath enforce. Metrics hit 97. Veyra beamed. Viable peace. Soren stood. Session ends. Court reviews at dawn. They filed out. Mara lingered with Juno. Captain, that vibration. Tap line. Not Zakari code. Juno scanned. Hybrid. Human firewall echoes. Mara's gut twisted. Saboteurs inside human ranks? No. Rivals exploiting. Door hissed. Soren returned alone. Ambassador. Private word. Juno tensed. Mara waved her back. Commander? Your intent. Recorded clean. Soren's voice dropped. But rule set's rivals eye thrown. They frame you to fracture us. Us? Mara raised brow. Zakari first contact. Royal Proxy speaks. He tapped claw to chest. You fixed Taboo. Fast. Humans. Extraordinary adapters. Mara shrugged. Team effort. Your override sealed the hack. He nodded. Collaboration. Rare. Claws flexed. Shadow Watcher. My intel. Rule set sub-chief. Traitor. Proof. Mira pulled her comm.
Joint op? Pin him.
Soren signaled soldiers outside. Now. They moved. Juno flanked Mara, pistol loose. Corridors thrummed. Station alert, low. Soren led to sublevels. Vents hissing steam. Goal. Capture traitor. Soren whispered. Conflict. Armed. Outcome. Leak source. Rule set waited at Nexus. Squad doubled. Commander. Motion reopens if. Serene shoved past. Stand down. They breached server room. Hollow screens flickered. Protest feeds looping human sorcery. A sub-chief hunched over console, scales dull. Soren lunged. Traitor. Sub-chief spun. Blaster out. Juno fired stunner. Crack. He dropped. Mara patched embassy AI. Trace complete. Rival server origin. Thera arrived. Pad whirring. Logged. Court indicts. Rule set gaped. My sub-chief? Impossible. Your blind spot. Soren cuffed the captive. Humans spotted the cam. We end this. Rule set bowed fraction. Concessions. Possible. Mara synced glossary update. Traitor. Internal threat. Joint purge. Metrics peaked. Veyra's frills danced green. Outside, a deafening blast shook the station's outer deck. Mara stumbled against the bulkhead, ears ringing as red emergency lights strobed. Vents screamed, spewing superheated coolant vapor that burned her nostrils. Evacuation klaxons wailed. All personnel to escape pods. Coolant loop rupture. Deck 7 compromised. Soren's claws clamped her arm. Human. With me. Now. Rule set blocked their path, his squad fanning out. Commander, protocol demands confinement. The envoy violated. Stand down! Soren shoved him aside. Sabotage. She fixed the hack. She fixes this. Mara twisted free, heart pounding. Confinement. After they just nailed his sub-chief, she followed Soren's sprint down the shuddering corridor. Juno at her flank, pistol drawn. Alien soldiers trailed, rifles up. Steam hissed from a jagged gash in the wall. The coolant loop, primary heat exchanger for the whole station, gushed fluid. Pressure gauges in the overhead panel spiking to critical. Soren halted at the breach site. Pipes groaned, frost spiderwebbing across metal as supercooled gas vented. Zycuri engineers clustered, claws fumbling with auto-salents that fizzled uselessly. Manual bypass, Soren barked. Human. You lead. Mara scanned the damage. Ruptured line, 10 centimeters wide. Emergency valves jammed by shrapnel. Pods launching outside. Talk's dead if they didn't seal it fast. She grabbed a toolkit from a wall locker. Zycari hex wrenches. No human equivalents. Juno, get our team here. Mixed squads. Captain, you're on comms. Juno nodded, slapping her wrist unit. Humans report to breach 7. Pair with Zycari, 2 each. Move. Mara yanked a pressure manifold free, ignoring the frostbite nip on her fingers. Human safety math kicked in. Boyle's law, PV = NRT. Calculate bleed rate. Rig a shunt. Frills up, she muttered, twisting a spare conduit. Zycari stared. Their tools meant for precision clamps, not brute force improv. Soren thrust a heavy wrench her way. Explain. Fast. Pressure differential's killing us. Auto system cycle too slow for Zycari hydraulics. She wedged the conduit between valves, torquing it tight. Humans rate pipes for burst at 1.5 factor. Bridged the loop manually, bleed excess to secondary tank. Claws clicked approval from a soldier. Extraordinary. Our calcs demand full evac. Veyra pushed through. Pad glowing. Commander, rule set diverts security to protocol lockdown. No saboteur hunt. Soren's scales bristled. He stalls, rivals whisper. Mara sealed the shunt with a clamp, sweat beading despite the chill. Gauges dropped, pressure stabilizing. Test it. Slow valve open. A Zycari engineer cranked the wheel. Hiss eased to a purr. No rupture. Juno's voice cut in. Teams assembled. Human welders with your plasma torches. Alien sensors for leak detect. Goal. Patch the outer hull. Soren signaled his soldiers. Pair off. Follow human leads. Mara watched the mix. Human spacers barking orders. Zykari claws adapting on the fly. One team dragged sealant foam. Another jury-rigged scaffolding. Juno prowled the line, pairing stragglers. Park here with Keth's squad, Juno ordered. Humans handled torque. Zykari map flows. A soldier saluted. Affirm. Your math predicts breach points, ours, miss. Steam cleared. Mara wiped her hands, breath steadying. Trust flickered, earned in wrench turns, not words. Rule set stormed in, frills rigid. Evac continues. Protocol secure envoy first. Motion reopens. Soren rounded on him. Look, he jabbed a claw at the stabilized gauges. Human fix. Your lockdown leaks saboteurs free. Rule set's eyes narrowed. Coercion. Eye on throne means nothing. I redirect security to protect chain. Protect rivals, Beyre interjected, pad whirring. Sensors trace blast to sub-level access. Your patrol blind spot. Mara stepped forward, plain spoken. Prefect, joint trace. We caught one traitor. Pin this. Seal talks. Rule set hesitated, squad shifting. Political knife edge. She saw it in his flexing claws. Juno leaned in. Clear rules. Track blast origin. Measurable. Chords in 5. Or we evac our own. Soren nodded. Agreed, mixed team. Now. Rule set bowed a fraction, voice tight. Limited. Protocol observer. They moved as one. Mara flanked Soren. Juno covering rear. Corridors thrummed with mixed boots. Human strides sinking to Zykari gates. Sublevels reeked of ozone. Blast residue scarred a service hatch. Juno swept her scanner. Charge signature. Zykari Milgrade. Internal. A soldier hissed data to his rifle scope. Path. From prefect's wing. Rule set froze. Impossible. Beyra's pad pinged. Logged. Court review. Mara patched her comm to station AI. Cross-ref with human embassy logs. Pattern match. Screen flickered. Sub-chief server linked to blast timer. Rival faction stamp. Soren cuffed an access panel. Proof. Your rivals. Prefect. Frame human. Fracture contact. Rule set scales dulled. He signaled his squad. Full sweep. Joint. But alarms spiked again. Secondary breach? No. Pod bay chatter. Unmarked shuttle docking. Juno's eyes hardened. Incoming. No clearance. Soren drew his blaster. Ambush. Mara gripped her wrench, pulse racing. Cooperation held, but rivals closed in. But it becks. But rivals closed in. They burst into the nexus. Shuttles hummed. Figures in shadowed cloaks unloading crates. Zykari hardliners, blasters hot. Secure the bay! Soren roared. Juno fired first. Stunner bolt dropping a loader. Humans and Zykari charged. Mixed fire suppressing. Mara dodged a wild shot, slamming her wrench into a crate lock. Inside, more explosives. Rigged for the talks chamber. Disarm, she yelled. Human fingers flying through wires. Zykari math too rigid for improvised bombs. She traced the circuit blind. Soren covered her, claws shredding assailant's rifle. Human speed. Unmatched. Boom. Crate neutralized. Rule set tackled the leader. Cuffs snapping. Rival proxy. Confess. The captive snarled. Throne weakens with human sorcery. Taboo unbroken. Vera recorded it all. Indictment sealed. Peace holds. Mara stood. Tools slick with sweat. Gouges green across the board. Trust forged in crisis. But rule set pulled Soren aside. Voice low. Mara caught fragments. Concessions. But watch her eyes. Soren waved her over. Envoy, you lead repair log. Court demands. Juno smirked. Metrics. 0 casualties. Full station online. Outside, stars wheeled. Talks revived. But shadows lingered. A new ping hit Mara's comm. Embassy burst. Incoming human fleet. First contact protocols. Armed escort requested. Soren's frills perked. Joint command. Rule set bowed deeper.
Yours, if shared. Mara nodded.
Team effort. Yet as they synced fleets, a whisper from Vera. Rivals flee to core worlds. Deeper plot. The station stabilized. Cooperation won the hour, but war loomed if trust cracked. Juno clapped Mara's shoulder. Wrench over sentence. Classic human. Soren flexed claws. Zykari learned fast. Alarms silenced, but doc cams caught it. A cloaked figure slipping away. Blaster primed. Mara tensed.
Not over. Soren signaled pursuit.
Together, they ran. Soren's claws slammed the hangar console. Envoy Vance traced the bomb. Human hands saved the station. Riots boiled around them. Zykari workers surged. Frills flared red with fury. The cloaked saboteur had vanished into vents, but his parting shot, a holographic smear of Mara's face over the neutralized crate, ignited the mob.
Human witch! Seduction sorcery!
One bellowed. Tools flew. Mara ducked a wrench, heart pounding. Juno yanked her behind a crate stack, rifle raised. Soren leaped onto a cargo lift, amplifiers blaring. She blind traced circuits we couldn't see. 0 casualties. Gouges green. Court, we'll hear this. His voice cut the din. Frills dipped from crimson to amber. Workers paused, claws retracting. Vera nodded from the sidelines, her recorder live streaming to core worlds. Rule set muscled through, barking orders. The crowd parted. Silence fell. Mara exhaled, wiping sweat from her brow. Soren dropped down beside her. Frills, steady blue. Your fix holds, envoy. Public log sealed. Juno lowered her weapon. Riot down. Nice save, Commander. But Ruleset's gaze lingered on Mara, cold. He slipped into shadows. Calm buzzing. Vera pulled Mara aside amid the dispersing crowd. That hologram twisted your repair into Taboo. Eyes on the prize, literally. Mara frowned. What did I do wrong? Your praise earlier. Sharp eyes, Commander. In Zykari code, eye focus claims dominance. Coercive bond, like a mating challenge. Vera's frills twitched unease. Rivals spin it as seduction to poison first contact. Mara's stomach dropped. Honest compliment. Total disaster. Give me safe alternatives. List them, now. Vera blinked, then rattled off. Praise claws for grip. Frills for signal strength. Scales for endurance. Voice for command depth. Memorize. Mara repeated them twice, etching into memory. Claws, frills, scales, voice. Got it. Vera's frills relaxed a fraction. Quick learner. Use these. Rebuild trust. Soren signaled from the command deck ramp. Envoy, private drill. Follow. Mara exchanged a glance with Juno, who nodded. Go. I'll sweep for that ghost. They climbed to a sealed briefing pod. Soren sealed the hatch, frills low and alert. Eye proximity test, he said. Zykari etiquette demands distance. Step closer. Mara hesitated, then advanced. 1 meter. Half. His slit pupils locked on her, unblinking. Heat radiated from his scales. She held position, gaze fixed on his chest plates. Not eyes. Closer, Soren rumbled. Inches now. His breath hissed, claws flexing. Mara forced calm, reciting mentally. Claws for grip. She kept eyes down. Seconds stretched. Comply, he said. Claws like forged steel. Mara said evenly. Grip. Unmatched in the breach. Soren's frills flared green. Approval. He stepped back. Pass.
You adapt.
Mara nodded. Pulse steadying.
No more taboos. Mutual rules.
Agreed. He tapped his comm. Court feeds live. They see compliance. Outside alarms pinged. Juno's voice crackled. Perimeter secure. Fleet sync confirmed. Human ships inbound. Escort formation locked.
Mara pushed forward.
Commander, one request. Supervised walkthrough of your military customs. Hangar to bridge. Reduce friction before fleets merge. Soren's frills perked. Old. Vera. Join. Rule set 2. They marched the corridors, Zykari crew snapping salutes. Mara noted details. Claw grips on rails for 0G leaps. Frill vents cycling sense for silent signals. Soren demonstrated a salute, claws crossed chest. Frills flared brief. Dominance yield. Mara mirrored it, clumsy but precise. Human equivalent. Open palms. No threat. Vera corrected her angle. Subtle. Good. At the bridge, rule set waited, flanked by guards. Prefect. Soren greeted. Report. Station secure, rule set said, but his eyes flicked to Mara. Footage reviewed. Mara caught the edge in his tone. Something off. The walk-through flowed. Soren showed weapon racks, claws integrated into rifles for shredding. Mara pointed out human maglocks for quick draws. Trade notes? Practical, Soren grunted. Zakari engineers clustered, frills curious. One tested her palm salute. Laughter rippled. Rare sound. Vera leaned in. This builds. Court watches. Then Ruleset's comm exploded. Leak confirmed. Edited vid. Envoy's gaze during repair. Implies dominance ritual. Holograms bloomed across bridge screens. Chopped footage. Mara's eyes on Soren mid-bomb defuse. Looped with red overlays. Human claims proxy. Seduction ploy. Core world feeds lit up. Protests flared on subchannels. Soren's frills spiked orange rage. Source? Ruleset feigned shock. Anonymous, but timing. His claws twitched toward Mara. Mara's fists clenched. Political hit. Rivals exploiting her compliment. Full log proves it. I fixed your bomb. No gaze games. Vera pulled unedited files. Uploading counterfeed. Now. Soren snarled. Prefect, trace the leak. Or answer for it. Ruleset bowed stiff. As you command. But Mara saw his frills' guilty yellow flickers. Juno burst onto bridge. Fleets closing. Human-led ship hails. Ambassador Vance protocols. Mara straightened. Joint escort. Share customs now. She turned to Soren. Claws crossed. Palms open. He mirrored her salute. Bridge crew followed. Beads captured it. Vera's recorder word, peace holds. Barely, but as fleets docked, a core world ping hit. Court summons proxy Soren. Human envoy. Quarantine for ritual taint. Soren flexed claws. They call your save seduction. We fight it together. Mara met his gaze. Brief. Approved. List of compliments ready. Walk through next. Rule set slipped out. Juno whispered, he's the leak. Proof incoming. Alarms hummed low. Fleets meshed. Trust teetered. A new shadow stirred in vents. Blaster gleam. Soren signaled. Hunt. They charged. Vera's claws dug into Mara's elbow. Tribunal doors. Now. Speak only scripted phrases. Guards flanked them. Frills rigid blue. Mara nodded once. Palms open. The corridor hummed with core world feeds. Protests echoing off bulkheads. No time for the vent hunter. Soren's roar faded behind. They burst into the chamber. Tiered benches loomed, packed with robed elders. Hollow screens flickered accusation loops. Mara's voice, spliced. Your eyes command the stars. Red overlays screamed, claim. Seduction. Mara's jaw tightened. Her offhand praise during bomb defuse. Honest fix for a dying proxy. Now this. Rule set rose from the prefect's dais. Frills smug green. Envoy Vance stands accused of ritual taint. Coercive gaze claim on proxy Soren. Repeat offense confirmed. Mara scanned faces. Soren entered last. Claws flexed. Orange frills spiking. He took center dais. Eyes locked forward. Never hers. Vera thrust a data slate. Script. I yield to tribunal wisdom. No intent to bind. Repeat. After. Quiet. Rule set signaled a witness. A junior tech slunk forward, scales pale. She cornered me in engineering. Said it again. Your eyes command. Private, intimate. Gasps rippled benches. Feeds exploded. Subchannels lit red. Mara's gut twisted. Lie. She fixed the bomb solo. No chats. But proof. Locked in human logs. Soren slammed claw on dais. Raw. Audio logs. All. Channels. Chain of custody review. Now. Rule set's frills flickered yellow. Proxy protocol. Override. Soren's voice cut steel. Royal decree. Or I invoke frontline privilege. Elders murmured. Vera tapped her slate frantic. Uploading unedited diffuse feed. Hollow screen shifted. Clean audio rolled. Mara's voice steady. Wire cluster hot. Eyes on target. Your scan confirms. No claim. Just work. But the witness clip played next. Mara's timbre, seamless. Your eyes command the stars. Soren leaned in. Timestamps. Source hashes. Produce them, prefect. Rousset hesitated. Guard shifted. Mara squinted at the hollow. Splice pattern jumped. Micropause at 1427. Human logs mirrored exact. Juno. Mara whispered to her comm. No script. Beira shot glare. Captain Park's voice crackled back. On it. Timestamp mirror prepped. Sending. Data burst hit screens. Human ship logs synced perfect. 1427 gap showed Roulset's access ping. Edit trail glowed. Benches erupted. Tamper.
Sabotage!
Roulset recoiled.
Anomaly!
Tech error. Soren's claw pointed. Confess, prefect, or face proxy hunt. Yellow frills quivered. Roulset bowed stiff. Investigation pending. Elders conferred. Lead justice rasped. Judgment postpones. Evidence tainted. Envoy Vance quarantined under handler. All eyes hit Soren. He flexed. I accept, as royal proxy. Thera exhaled sharp. Mara kept palms open. Trust teetered. Built on her quick spot. Juno's mirror. Soren approached as guards cleared. You saw the splice first. Human eyes sharp. Team effort. Mara glanced Vance. No gleam now. Rule sets leak. His witness. Proven. Soren's frills eased teal. Handler protocol. You shadow me. Full customs exchange. No more loan fixes. Mara nodded. List ready. Start with gaze rules. Approved. He mirrored palms open. Feeds captured it. Protests dipped green. Juno materialized at exit. Fleet stable. But rule set's core allies pinged. Next hit incoming. Thera blocked them. Ambler first. Quarantine wing. Scripts evolve. Soren waved her off. She speaks free under me. Walk through now. They marched out. Mara between alien commander and human guard. Corridor feeds word. Core worlds watched. Quarantine wing sealed behind. Sterile bays hummed, walls etched with taboo wards. Spirals warding gaze binds. Soar inactivated hollow board. Customs core. Eyes lock claims loyalty. Proxy level. Forces fealty oath. Mara absorbed. Human norm. Eye contact builds trust. Casual praise. Respect. Soren's frills twitched amusement purple. Your casual sparked riots. Show fix method. She pulled slate. Diffuse sequence. Scan, isolate. Mirror check. Diagrams bloomed. Juno crossed arms.
Add chain of custody.
Our timestamps beat your hashes. Thera hovered at door. Peace hinges. Rivals push isolation vote. Alarms pinged low. External channel. Rule set's voice leaked. Proxy compromised. Human taint spreads. Soren snarled. Trace it. Claws tapped console. Live map bloomed. Signal from prefect's quarters. Mara leaned in.
Joint raid?
Your hunt, my overwatch. Agreed.
Soren signaled guards. Move.
They charged corridors. Juno's pistol low ready. Thera trailed reluctant.
Chain holes?
Barely. Soren kicked prefect doors. Rule set spun. Slate shattering. Forged clips scattered. Proxy. Rule set frills blanched white. Misunderstanding. Claws pinned him. Juno swept room. Second witness cowering. Confess feed. Mara recorded open-palmed. Timestamps. All. Rule set cracked. Under Soren's glare. Rivals ordered it. Block first contact.
Your bomb save. Exposed weakness.
Soren hauled him up. Treason. Core trial yours. Guards dragged him. Feeds flipped. Protest screen washed. Back in wing. Thera bowed deep. Handler proves. Customs list expands. Mira shared slate. Praise protocols. Hands, not eyes. Outcomes measured. Soren nodded. Frontline test tomorrow. Joint patrol. Fleets mesh full. Juno grinned faint. Rules clear. Metrics set. But as lights dimmed, Mara's calm buzzed prided. Human admiral. Core fleet's shadow. Rule set's allies arming. Trust play? She eyed Soren. Frills calm teal. Cooperation wins. Palms open. He mirrored. Shadow stirred. Deeper vents. Blaster gleam again. Soren signaled silent. Hunt renewed. Mara drew Juno close. Mirror check. Their lead. Fleets hummed outside. Trust forged in fire. Next spark loomed. Soren's voice cut low. Your compliment? Risky, but true. Eyes command nothing. Actions bind. Mara smiled plain. Dicks first. Praise later. They plunged bents. Claws and boots synced. Rivals waited. Cooperation charged. Core feeds lit. Proxy human pact holds. Saboteurs fall. Protests silenced, but alarms spiked. Fleet signatures multiplied. New players? Soren roared ahead. Deeper. Mara matched pace. Bomb defuse was easy. This? Real merge. Juno covered rear. Timestamps rolling. Proof eternal. Veyra's voice echoed calms. Handle bond seals. Peace protocol live. They cornered Shadow. Rule sets elite. Blaster raised. Soren disarmed fluid. Mara tagged timestamp. Yield, Soren growled. Elite dropped. For the core, Juno cuffed. Metrics 0 casualties. Back to wing, elders hailed hollow. Taint cleared. Contact advances. Soren turned to Mara. Your handler requests. Full exchange, eyes averted. She laughed soft. Palms open. Deal, feeds boomed unity. Fleets locked arms. Rivals scattered. But private ping hit. Unknown source. True claim comes. Watch stars. Mara's fists clenched. New landmine? Trust tested anew. Soren noticed. Together? Always. They clasped. Claw to palm. Spark jumped. Soren's claws tightened on Mara's palm. Soldiers snapped to attention in the barracks corridor. Boots echoed off armored walls. Stand down, Soren barked. His unit froze mid-drill, frills flaring. Envoy Vance is neutral ground. No claims, no challenges. Mara scanned the ranks. Scaled faces turned. Eyes averted per protocol. She nodded once. Appreciate the escort, Commander. He released her hand, led her forward. Barracks protocol demands clarity. Your presence tests it. Juno flanked her left, hand on holster. Clear path. No tails. They marched past weapon racks. Blasters hummed in charging cradles. Soldiers resumed forms. Precise lunges. Synchronized breaths. Mara matched Soren's stride. Tension coiled in her gut from the ping. Unknown source. Stars watching. Soren halted at a training bay. Your turn. Teach them. Mara blinked. Now, action binds faster than words. He waved his unit in. 20 soldiers formed a semicircle. Frills quivered. Curiosity or doubt. She stepped center, rolled shoulders. Human stress response. Adrenaline spikes heart rate. We control it with breath. Juno smirked. Demo time. Mara inhaled deep. 4 counts in. Eld. 4 out. Box breathing. Stabilizes under fire. Watch. She demonstrated. Soldiers mimicked. Claws rose to chest plates. Breaths rasped uneven at first. Soren joined. His exhale rumbled low, like void purge, but inward. One soldier faltered. Frill collapsed. Mara moved to him. Slower. Feel the rhythm. She guided his claw to his plastron. Steady pulse. He nodded. Unit synced. Breaths filled the bay like a machine. Metrics, Juno logged on her wristpad. Response time down 23% already. Soren's frill eased. Effective. Humans tame chaos inside. Mara wiped sweat. Yours tames it outside. Balance. Training broke. Soldiers dispersed with crisp salutes. Soren pulled her aside, into a dim alcove. Veyra waited there, data slate glowing. Taboo's core. Soren said low. Not just eyes. Days claims hierarchy. Predators locked to dominate. Our history. Endless wars over stairs. Protocol averts to prevent. Mara leaned in. Earth compliment. Nice eyes means trust. Beauty without threat. He chuffed. Alien laugh. Risky spark, but rule set twists it. Leverage for control. Veyra tapped her slate. Peace demands rewrite. Safer protocol. Sorin fixed Mara. Help us. Joint draft. Goal clear. Build trust protocol. She nodded. Palms open. Start with basics. They huddled. Veyra projected hollow schematics, gesture maps, aversion zones. Mara sketched human norms. Direct talk. Open palms. Averted eyes optional. Test it, Soren said. Controlled exchange. Prove neutral. Veyra's frill stiffened. Logged. Outcomes measured. Training bay cleared just them three. Soren faced Mara. 2 meters apart. Gaze. 5 seconds. Report stress. Mara met his eyes. Golden slits unblinking. Heart ticked up. No threat. Just alien depth. Stable, she said. Breath holds. Soren's pupils dilated slight. Pressure builds, but contained. Frill. Held. Firm. Bera noted. 0 escalation. Human comm anchors. They repeated. 10 seconds. Mara felt his focus. Probing. Not claiming. Your control's iron. Mine flexes. Flex wins wars, he replied. Frill rippled approval. 15 seconds. Sweat beaded on Mara's neck. Soren shifted. Micro-twitch. Borderline Veyra logged. Protocol cap. 10 max. Palm supplement. Experiment wrapped. Data beamed to core feeds. Unity metrics climbed. Juno Komed. In. Perimeter breach. Rule sets troops inbound. Alarms wailed. Barracks doors sealed. Soren drew blaster. Impropriety charge. He moves now. Mara's pulse jumped.
On what?
Your gaze. My allowance. Sabotage. Boots thundered outside. Veyra's slate pinged arrest warrant. Prefect rule set. Proxy Keth compromised. Human seized for claim validation. Soren snarled.
It twists experiment. For control.
Juno barricaded the bay door. 2 squads. Armed heavy. 5 mics out. Mara paced. We prove it. Full log. But he wants spectacle. Thera forwarded data. Elders review. Too slow. Blaster fire cracked the outer hall. Soldiers loyal to Soren held line. Breaths box steady from training. Soren gripped Mara's arm. One way. Full gaze. Public. Break taboo together. Show no claim binds. Her stomach dropped. Human norm, staring contest meant challenge. Aggressive. But theirs, coercive war trigger. Forbidden both sides, she said. Prove innocence? Actions bind. His eyes locked hers already. Golden fire. Juno reloaded. Risky. But metrics, back it. Do it live feed. Doors buckled. Ruleset's voice boomed external comm. Surrender the claim puppet. Proxy, you yield command. Mara exhaled box. Stepped to bay hollow projector. Activated core broadcast. Fleets watched. Elders tuned in. Soren beside her. Frill's full flare. Vulnerable. Watch, Mara said to feeds.
No dominance.
They locked gazes. Bull. Unbroken. Seconds stretched. Mara's vision tunneled. His slits pulsed rhythm. No flinch. Heart synced to breaths. Rule set's troops breached outer. Halt that heresy. Soren held. Voice steady. See? No claim. Trust. Mara felt it. Raw link. Alien discipline met human grit. Protocol lives. Veyra narrated live. Stress 0. Bond neutral. Doors exploded inward. Rule set stormed front. Plastern scarred. Blaster leveled. His elites fanned. Traitors! He roared, but feeds lit green. Elders override. Experiment validates. Stand down, prefect. Rule set froze. Blaster wavered. His troops hesitated. Frills drooping. Soren broke gaze first. Turned to rule set. Yield. Or join saboteurs. Prefect. Snarled. Dropped weapon. Elites cuffed by Soren's unit. Juno timestamped. 0 casualties. Again. Mara sagged against wall. Adrenaline crash. Soren's claw steadied her. No grasp, just support. Veyra beamed final log. Peace protocol ratified. Gaze capped, breaths shared. Core feeds erupted. Unity sealed. Fleets integrated, but Mara's wristpad buzzed. Private ping again. Unknown. Stars claim true. Proxy falls next. She clenched fist. Soren noticed. New shadow? Together? She asked. His frill rose, deeper vents. Juno checked mags. Timestamps rolling. They plunged corridor, claws, boots, breath synced. Rivals scattered, but stars loomed larger. Trust forged sharper, new hunt ignited. Juno's boot slammed the corridor bulkhead. Seizure teams flanking left. 3 hostiles, rule sets diehards. Mara dodged a stun bolt that scorched the deck plating. Her wrist pad burned against her skin, that anonymous ping still flashing. Proxy falls next. Soren's claw gripped her elbow. Firm support, no claim. His frill vibrated low threat. "Command deck! Double time!" Juno barked. She fired her sidearm in controlled bursts, dropping the lead pursuer. The alien crumpled, frill limp. Mara sprinted beside Soren, breath sinking to his rhythmic exhales. Human lungs burned. His vents hummed steady. Veyra's voice crackled over comms. "Mara, feeds are live empire-wide. Rule sets, splicing our logs, twisting your gaze into a dominance ritual. Elders demand proof." Another bolt whined past Mara's ear. Juno spun. Mag clacking empty. She yanked a fresh clip from her vest. "Extract now." Her free hand hauled Mara through a side hatch. Soren covered rear, his blaster spitting precise fire. 2 more seizure troops hit the deck. Claws twitching, they burst onto the command deck. Consoles blazed with hollow feeds. Rule set's face dominated the main screen, broadcast from a hidden relay. Scarred plastron gleamed under harsh lights. Soren betrays the vents. This human's eyes ensnare our proxy. Claim taboo violated. "I invoke security override." Soren strode to the central dais. His frill snapped high dominance. "Prefect rule set. You stand cuffed in our brig. Your splice is exposed. Challenge my authority?" "Call the vote. Public. Now." Deck crew froze. Alien techs exchanged frill flicks. Nervous signals. Veyra patched in from auxiliary. Her protocol robes fluttered on subscreen. "Vote. Initiated. All commanders. Signal fealty or fracture." Mara leaned against a console. Pulse racing. Juno scanned readouts. Mags checked. "Clear for 30 seconds. "What's the play, diplomat?" Ruleset snarled on feed. Soren yields to mammal gaze. "Vote fracture. Secure the proxy. Consoles lit." Vote streamed. Green for Soren. Red for Ruleset. Empire commanders weighed in. Frontline proxies first. Soren's allies held firm. Ruleset's faction surged, then faltered as Veyra uploaded raw logs. "Behold," Veyra intoned. Unedited gaze test. Human stress 0. No claim pulse detected. Ruleset splice forged the coercion overlay. Timestamped fraud. Feeds shifted. Empire-wide outrage rippled. Frill icons drooping in disgust. Ruleset's votes plummeted. Mara straightened. Her pad chimed. Live input prompt from the Elder's cornet. Soren turned to her. Slits steady. "Speak, Envoy Vance. Rewrite the breach. Honor without claim." Mara stepped to the broadcast dais. All eyes, slits and rounds, locked on her. No taboo now. Protocol capped it. She cleared throat, voice amplified empire-wide. "Commander Soren Keth, your discipline holds fleet steady under fire. No eyes claim you, your vents choose alliance." Simple, plain-spoken praise, gaze averted to his frill. Silence stretched 1 beat. Soren's frill rose, approval bloom. Feeds exploded green. Ruleset's image flickered, his relay cut. Brecams auto-switched. Prefect thrashed in cuffs, roaring as guards dragged him deeper. Veyra's voice soared. Coup collapsed. 1 sentence. Ratified. Logs eternal. Juno grinned, holstering. 0 casualties, measurable win. Soren approached Mara. Claw extended. Not grasp, but open. Protocol signed. Fleets integrate. Human kinetics pair our vent rhythms. Joint patrols. Vent shared. Mara clasped forearm. Light, mutual. Voluntary bond. New rules. His slits pulsed once. Trust signal. Deeper vents await. Shadows flee light. Deck crew erupted in frill vibrations. Holomaps bloomed. Integrated fleets plotting first contact vectors. Human ships docked with alien carapace stations. Techs sinking airlocks. But Mara's pad buzzed again. Private ping. Vents hide deeper. Claim comes silent. Juno caught it. Same ghost. Soren's frill sharpened. Hunt as one. They moved, boots and claws toward the vent access. Cooperation sharpened. Rivals lurked, but trust cut deeper. Juno sealed the hatch behind them. Timestamps rolling. Outcomes locked. Vent ladders descended into humid glow. Mara gripped rungs. Soren below. Veyra's drone scouting ahead. Air thickened. Alien pheromones mixed human sweat. A scuffle echoed below. "Contact!" Soren hissed. Juno dropped a flare. Shadows scattered. 2 saboteurs, rule set's inner circle. Blasters flashed. Mara ducked plasma splash. Soren bolted, pinning one with claw lock. Juno zip-tied the other.
Interrogate, Soren ordered. The captive's frill quivered.
Rule set promised purity. Your gaze bond pollutes. Mara knelt, gaze low. No pollution. Choice. But claim hides deeper. He cracked. High nest traitor, advisor's rival. Forged the first splice to spark war. Beira's drone beamed data. Confirmed. Nest Lord Kethar pulls strings. Fleet diverted. Ambush vector. Soren's voice hardened. Redirect all units. Human-led on kinetics. Juno plotted on her tack pad. Flank speed. They'll hit our gap in 5. Mara synced breaths. Together, they climbed out. Alarms wailing. Command deck mobilized. Hybrids now. Human quick thrust paired alien vent precision. Feeds broadcast the pursuit. Mara at Soren's side, rewriting chaos into protocol. Ambush loomed. Fleets converged. Trust tested live. Blaster fire rattled the forward vents. Soren's unit breached the saboteur nest. Mara flanked with Juno, stun pulsar humming. High nest exposed. Veira narrated over core feeds. Nest Lord Kethar whirled. Opulent frills, blaster raised. Proxy puppet. Human taint ends here, Soren charged. Yield traitor. Boat sealed your fate. Kethar fired wild. Juno rolled, tagged his guard. Mara dodged, slammed her pad to the nest console. Broadcast rewrite. Kether splices. Full chain. Data flooded Empire nets. Votes flipped final. Kether's frill collapsed. Soren cuffed him personally. Deeper vents purified. Mara exhaled. Adrenaline ebbed. Soren's claw steadied her again. Support evolved to alliance. Juno, timestamped. Coup-zeroed. Protocols live. Fleets meshed seamless. Human grit met alien rhythm. First contact forged. Not in gaze, but action. But Mara's pad pinged soft, unknown origin. True claim rises. Stars align. Sari noticed. Frill rose. Next hunt? Together, Mara said. Claws and boots plunged deeper. Unity sharpened. Shadows persisted, but light spread.